Late Saturday night, Chloe Kim revealed on Twitter she will need surgery to fix a broken ankle. The tweet came after Kim had finished second to fellow U.S. snowboarder Maddie Mastro at the Burton U.S. Open Snowboarding Championships. It was unclear when Kim had broken her ankle, having laid down the best run of the semi-finals at the U.S. Open event in Vail and was able to compete well enough in the finals to finish on the podium. Mastro took the top spot in a run that featured the first double crippler ever landed by a woman in competition, according to VailDaily.com. Her score of 84.74 was better than Kim's best, at 84.62. Full results are here. Kim also noted the injury would require surgery, knocking her out of the U.S. Grand Prix halfpipe competition scheduled for Saturday, March 9th on her home mountain in Mammoth Lakes, California. Today was insane. Love watching women's snowboarding progress. Unfortunately found out that I broke my ankle today, so I will need to get surgery to get it fixed. So bummed I won't be able to compete in Mammoth, but I will be there to support. Smiling face with hard eyes, Chloe Kim. At Chloe Kim, March 3, 2019. Norway's Hans Christer Holund made his play for the World Championship gold medal before the lead group of roughly 40 skiers had passed the halfway mark in the Sens 50 km mass start. Holund built a lead of more than a minute over the course of 15 kilometers in the final half of the grueling distance race. With 2 laps remaining, and the chase pack entering to change skis, a Russian quartet, including 2018 Pyeongchang Olympic silver medalist in the 50 km mass start, Alexander Bolshinov, opted to stay on course to attempt to chase down Holund. Each of Holund's fellow Norwegians stopped to change skis before their final push to the finish. Prior to the day of the race, Bolshinov wasn't listed on the start list to compete in the final event of cross-country skiing at these World Championships, but here was the World Cup points leader in distance, and second overall in points, contending for the podium. Over the final 12 kilometers, Bolshinov continually chipped away at Holund's lead at each time check. Bolshinov had shrunk Holund's lead to just 23 seconds as he crossed the final time check before the finish. But Holund's lead was too much for the Russian to overcome. Holund crossed the finish line to win with a time of 1 hour 49 minutes and 59.3 seconds. Holund's win, his first at a major championship, solidified the Norwegian sweep in the men's cross-country skiing events at the 2019 Nordic World Ski Championships. It's the first time a single country has accomplished such a feat in the men's races at a world championship. In a drag race for the bronze, Norway's SJUR Road outstretched his countryman Martin Jansrud Sundby to land on the podium for the third time at these World Championships, having won gold in the skiathlon and gold in the relay with his Norwegian teammates. Italy's Dominic Paris skied away with his second win of the weekend, and more importantly, the 100 World Cup points needed to push himself to the top of the Super G standings. Entering the day, the top 8 Super G skiers on the World Cup were separated by only 51 points. Now, with only one more Super G left on the schedule, Paris is in perfect position to win the most contested Crystal Globe on the men's tour this season. He now holds a 44-point lead over former Super G points leader, Vincent Kriechmayr of Austria. Racing on a course set by his coach, the reigning Super G world champion, skied across the finish line and into the lead by a full second. Norway's Kjetil Jansrud appeared to have the speed to knock Paris off the top spot in his attempt to win back-to-back World Cup Super Gs on the Kvitfjell home snow. Jansrud sped past the final time check with a slim lead over Paris, but the 2014 Olympic Super G gold medalist lost time late, crossing the finish line 0.43 of a second behind Paris. Jansrud's time was the second best on the day, with Switzerland's Beat Fuse completing the podium in third. Fuse was also on the downhill podium yesterday with a second-place finish. The U.S. Travis Ganong skied his best race of the season, finishing the day in fifth. Full results are here. The women's Super G race in Sochi was cancelled Sunday after adverse weather made it impossible to hold any of the week's events. Days of heavy snow and strong wind prevented any racing at the first World Cup event since 2012 on the Rosacouter course used for the 2014 Winter Olympics. All 3 downhill training sessions were cancelled, as were Saturday's downhill race and a replacement Super G meant for Saturday. Sunday's cancellation helps Mikaela Shiffrin's chances of winning the Super G World Cup Crystal Globe Trophy, which she leads by 32 points from Liechtenstein's Tina Wierather with 1 race remaining. Shiffrin, who chose to skip the Sochi races, secured the overall World Cup title Saturday when the first race of the weekend was also cancelled. Sochi was the 3rd round of the Women's World Cup this season to be wiped out by the weather after Val d'Isere in December and Saint-Anton in January. The Women's World Cup will attempt to get back to racing on Friday in the Czech Republic with the first run of the giant slalom scheduled for 4:30 a.m. ET. Watch the first run live on OlympicChannel.com or with an NBC Sports Gold Snow Pass. The second run can be seen live on TV and streaming on Olympic Channel and NBC Sports Gold. The Men's World Cup also shifts to technical skiing when they return to racing on Saturday in Slovenia with a giant slalom. The first run is scheduled for 3:30 a.m. ET with live coverage on OlympicChannel.com and NBC Sports Gold. Catch the second run live on TV and streaming with Olympic Channel and NBC Sports Gold. The Associated Press contributed to this story.